G'day punters, this is just going to be a short wrap-up video to our last 3-week trip on the road. Just got the boss out for me, she's a navigator, so she's going to point out where we started. I know we started where we are, Bargara, over there, and then we headed east towards Moura, just a rest stop outside Moura, which is over there. And then from Moura we went out to Carnarvon Gorge, which is over here. And then Carnarvon Gorge we went to Blackdown Tableland National Park up here, just east of Blackwater. Then we went to Teresa Creek Dam, and I've already dropped a little video about that. That's where the pen is. From Teresa Creek Dam, then we went up to Rest Stop, which was just east of Prairie. And then from there we went up to Porcupine Gorge, which is just north of Hughenden. And then from there we went down to Aramac and we did the statue tour. We're there for 2 nights, nice spot. And then we went from there to Mitchell, well, Fisherman's Rest Stop, which is about 6 or so kilometres west of Mitchell. I enjoyed the artesian pools at Mitchell and got to Te Bass as well. And then we went up to Expedition National Park, which is up here, but we had to come in from the east side through Taroom. There's a turn off about 9 kilometres north of Taroom into Expedition. Not something to take a wobble box into. Nice spot there. And then from Taroom we came back to home, Bargara. We came through Krakow instead of following the black top, and back to Bundaberg via Gingin. In total, we did 4,446.1 kilometres, used 749.21 litres of diesel, works out about 5.993 kilometres a litre, or for those people like litres per 100 kilometres, 16.686 litres for 100 kilometres, towing the camper trailer. Well, that's a short synopsis of where we've been for the last 3 weeks. Videos to follow. The small angle that I've got here, which is probably about 30 something years old, it's going to go. It's drawing too much current for the batteries. It draws more than my 60 litre. It draws between 4.5 4.9 amps, and I've been using it as a freezer. Holds temperature pretty well, minus 16 at full bore, and at about 3 it holds at about minus 10, which is okay, but just draws too much current, cycles too much, so we're going to get an upgrade on that. My little sine wave inverter around the other side, it's only 150 watt. It's a bit temperamental. Works, doesn't work, which is no good. At the moment, checked it this morning, it's working. I'm going to upgrade that to about a 350 watt sine wave inverter. My ARB compressor that I use for airbags, air horns, air outlet, it shit itself, it's burned out, so I have to replace that. When I was cooking in the Travel Buddy one day, and I just about finished the cook, and we were travelling, and I went around the corner a bit too fast and had a bit of a spillage in there. I've asked the local fabricator to fab up a little drip tray for underneath. I'm going to have to chase them up for that, just to stop the drips coming in down to the carpet or whatever's stored underneath. And my rear Anderson plug on the back of the vehicle, which is down here, isn't connecting up too well with the camper trailer. It supplies a main power supply to my Manager 30 in the camper trailer. My winch controller, it's okay when I want to wind in, but the contacts must be a little bit dirty at the moment, and I'll have to get that serviced because it doesn't wind back out as good as it should. I've already mentioned the drawbar on the camper trailer. I'm going to have to extend that by about 300 mils, 350 mils, only because the push bike's on it at the moment. When I'm going up and down steep road contours, or turning left or turning right sharp, it collects the back of the, well, not the canopy, the roof rack. So I have to extend the drawbar on that. Got to do some minor waterproofing on the canvas in the camper trailer. There was some minor water leaks along the seams, not a big thing at all. Couple of other minor things in the camper, some rivets which popped, and there's a washer which turned up from inside the bedding area, so I'll have to find out where that's all come from and try and sort a solution to whatever's occurred. Now I've got an underwater tank here, that's an outlet there, and the tank you can see just there, filler neck here, it's about 90 litres, and the water tank that I've got in the camper trailer, I just got to dose them up with some chlorine. Not very much, granulated chlorine made into a slurry. There's a particular formula about how much chlorine you use, granulated chlorine you use, depending on the capacity of your water tanks, just to dose them up and clean them up because we've had water from all over the place. Got to clean up my fuel cap on the cruiser. There's a lot of dust around. I've got to give it a good clean anyhow. There's lots of red dust and crap around all over the place. I've got to get some brake fluid, put some brake fluid in my kit here. I didn't have any brake fluid. Not that I needed any, but there was a camper at Teresa Creek Dam who needed some brake fluid, and I thought I had some, but I didn't, so I'm just going to get some, I think, .3 or .4 brake fluid, stick it in there, so I've got some. Lots of other little small stuff I've got to follow up. Minor maintenance issues, bit of cleaning, and we should be right to hit the track again. Next trip will probably be towards the end of this month. We're planning to head up towards the Cape, the tip of the Cape, for about 4 or 5 weeks, with the last 5 nights planned to be at Kenya Gorge. Next trip after that, planning probably Strzelecki track, probably November, and see whatever else we can find around that area. Today I'll be picking up a little tinny, a little 3.2 metre. I haven't told you about the new roof rack on top. Well, it's not a new roof rack, it's an Almac boat loader. I only get it modified too. It's just a pain in the backside, climbing up this ladder, climbing over the back here. When I get the boat, I'll do a little video on this and setting it up. I'm going to get this cut back to this rung here, so it makes it easy to get up, and I'll probably get a little tray made for up there, top there as well, so I can stick the boat fuel tank in there, so if it does leak it's just going to go into the little drip tray and not be inside the vehicle or anything like that. Just thought some of you might want to know whether the canopy held out the dust and stuff. I did just start vacuuming. A little bit of rocks and stuff in here from putting stuff in and out. Just noticed, but down in here there's a little bit of dust. This wiring loom goes down for the rear lights, so I'm assuming the dust has come up through there because it doesn't look like it's sealed. We'll open up these lockers and have a look and see if we can see any dust in here. I know opening up this one for fueling and stuff, I hadn't noticed any dust. Certainly could smell the compressor a little bit burnt out. You can see a little bit of dust on the seal there. Take some stuff out and have a look. Apart from the smell, the smell looks pretty well right. We'll check the other side, which I haven't opened at all. That's the locker. You can see I haven't vacuumed up here. There's just a little bit of dirt and sand and stuff from putting stuff in and out, like tarps, tables, chairs, things like that. But we'll have a look in this locker. If I can get it open. The locks probably need a bit of a service. All the dust. Just saw some dust drop out the bottom there. You can see a little bit of dust there. Sitting on that seal. Sitting on the seal there. It doesn't look like it's... Oh, a little bit of dust has got in there, yeah. So I don't know where that's come in from. Now I'll have to empty this out. It doesn't look too bad considering where I've been. Yeah, it's not too much dust in there. I did have a water leak in this locker at some stage, and I thought I'd fixed it up. I'm pretty certain I have, and that's why I kept the recovery gear in here, because I'm just not satisfied that this locker is 100% airtight. Anyhow, just something else to clean up. Anyhow, until next time, punters, catch you on the road, eh? Hooroo.